Call Allah Yahweh Shim Shai, Bahara Kakadash, Yahweh Shim Shai, Bashim Kakadash Brakatham. Double honors to our apostles who are elders, which are of GMS. Blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. Another blessed salutations to the innumerable multitude and the wheat that are amongst tares and the women and children that follow the truth and sincerity. So I want to jump right into the scripture of Revelation chapter 17 and 1. And it says, "And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven veils and talk with me, saying to me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting upon scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having the 7 heads and 10 horns." Okay, so the scripture going on the woman that sit upon many waters is that waters representing nations and people and kindred. Okay, and that woman that sits on the beast in itself, as we always said, is Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, which is America, and the beast is NATO and the EU, proven through having the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The 7 heads represent the nations, and the 10 horns represent the kingdoms that are within those seven nations. And it's understood that those nations did grow, or NATO and the EU did grow since then, but since its incarnation, it's been it originally was 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay. So it says, "And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots, and abomination of the earth." Okay. "And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh Shai." Okay, why is it drunken with the blood of the saints? Because that woman that sitteth on a dragon, where is she located? Okay, she's located in Americas, or Americas is that woman, and the nations, this is where the nation of Israel is mainly seated at, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which shows that people like to argue who the 12 tribes are, and try to argue as other people. Well, what do the woman clothed in scarlet, sitteth on the nations, and is drunken with the blood of the nations? What nation is that? Okay, because when you start renaming things, and you got to rematch everything in history at that point. So I just I don't want to go into it too much. It's a whole lot, but going into the woman that sitteth upon the beast, this is the lesson I wanted to prove, and here's the article that proves it. When it says breaking news, which came out today at it says 4:20, but it's more likely probably 12:20 when it came out, Central Time. It says U.S. gives NATO countries green light to provide fighter jets to Ukraine. Okay, the decision comes after the U.S. lawmakers held a virtual meeting with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. U.S. Secretary of State Tony Blinken told CBS News on Sunday that the Washington has given a green light to NATO members to supply Ukraine with fighter jets, and that the U.S. would work to replace any jets sent to Kiev. Blinken spoke after Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky urged U.S. lawmakers to intervene in the ongoing conflict with Russia. So this, even though they're so-called saying we give the green light because we're approving for the funding, no, they're the ones that is saying, they're the boss. When nobody gets a green light when you're all working together. You come to an agreement. You know what I'm saying? Somebody give you a green light, that means they're in charge. So this is just one of the many reasons, proven prophecy, that, the daughter of Babylon, which is America, is the whore that sitteth upon the dragon. This is articles like these are many of the ones that makes it irrefutable. Okay, so so much to read about the article, but I just really wanted to bring out I'm just reading to make sure I don't miss anything. Just proves that if anybody could give a green light, that means they're in charge. And then again, it just further proves that America, which is a daughter of Babylon, is the whore that sitteth on the dragon, and that dragon, which is NATO and the EU, the seven horns, the 7 heads and the 10 horns. Okay, so with that being said, I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh Shemi Awashai, Bahara Kakadash, Yahweh Shemi Awashai, Bahara Shemi Kakadash, Barakatham, Shalom.